we need to go down in the bunker so we can finally gear up and fight Luke's team.
Alright.
Finally get into it. We're gonna have this redstone issue. No, it's gonna be maybe resolved. If nothing else, at least justice.
Yeah.
So I think most of you have
can't
already
all fit.
saw this.
You're all crammed on the
Come on,
top.
let's all get in. Let's all get in.
Don't push, I fall by myself.
So, who wants to do the honor of pressing the button?
Me. Alright.
Go.
Ooh.
Alright.
Okay, now before we gear up, we need to go to the meeting room and discuss our plans.
Sure.
But do you guys have any idea how we can fight? Are we aiming 1% at a time, or are we just aiming whoever?
We could each so... Alright.
For that,
Alright.
I think it's time to go gear up.
I think we're ready.
Alright, so where are the lockers? Are they
I'm bringing,
Lockers are barrels right above.
the barrels? Okay. I'll take this one.
I'll be bringing my own sword and bow. I don't like.
Also, look,
punch.
so everyone has like their own barrel and stuff, but all these shulker boxes, anyone can take anything from them.
Alright, I gotta get
Potions
some.
of regeneration. I'll
Well,
take
like
3 of those.
Of like 2 jumpers.
Oh, I think there's ooh, Turtle Master, alright. I'll take 3 of those.
Look, Tal,
This
right
barrel,
here.
tell me.
There's a barrel behind your, look here.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where all the stuff is.
I didn't notice either.
I did
didn't
not
realize.
notice that.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Why is there war shovels?
I don't know. I have no idea. I just wanted to make a website if you want.
Alright. Oh, here it is.
Here we go.
Okay, let's wait for him to say okay, and after that, let's start heading there. Oh, look how geared up we are. Okay, he said yes. Okay, everyone, let's get it. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, let's go.
Sounds good.
Oh boy.
You could have used the evacuation.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll sleep just because I hate the. Wait, just wait for me before going to the portal.
Right, here we
Go,
go.
let's
Finally.
wait.
Wait, we gotta wait for trial. Alright,
Okay.
here we go.
Though I may or may not have been bribed onto this team, I'm still excited to be working alongside everyone.
Oh wait,
I
screenshot,
died.
everyone
Oh,
screenshot.
we need a
It's all-
screenshot.
yeah.
I
Well,
died with
F5.
blue, and then
Cross, you're not in
Send me
here.
across.
obviously I gotta be
No.
in the middle. Just that's
Wait.
so important.
wait.
Cross is like at the worst position ever.
Oh, there's the light. The lava
Yeah, I
helps
know.
immensely.
Lava light.
Okay.
Alright, there we go.
Alright,
Let's
ready?
go.
Yeah,
Sprays,
let's go.
we're gonna be. I'm gonna take more screenshots as we go, though.
Does anyone have like swiftness they can give the rest of us?
Oh yeah, I mean.
Oh,
I have
have-
a
No, I
slide.
got
Get in a group, get in a group, get in a group.
Or down.
Alright, go
Let's
ahead.
go.
Gotta go fast.
I'm going fast.
Yeah.
Alright, so
this-
wait, where exactly is Atomic? Does Atomic
Okay,
Space have a portal to it?
No, we got told we need to go to shopping district to use the ice path to get there.
Okay, alright.
Okay.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another video on the Silverleaf server. This is me, Ptolemy here, and in this video, well, you saw the beginning there, we had the War of the Golden Sheep. And there's going to be a lot of very interesting stuff happening there. Unfortunately, yeah, half my video got corrupted, because OBS is a jerk. Sometimes when you minimize out midway through a recording, sometimes it just doesn't want to. So, that's that. So the war is over, and I have, you should see this, this is ridiculous. Like, I've got this completely made, as you saw in the previous video. I worked for ages on this thing, and it's all done. And I'm going to finish off the brewing, but it's amazing how many potions I've got in here, it's ridiculous. I'm waiting till they're completely and totally full, but I've realized something that's really frustrating. They don't do as much damage as you'd think. I think I said that in the previous video. They're pretty good in PvP, but against standard enemies, they're not that great. They're just a speck better than standard. I don't have them, yeah, not these. Well, yeah, basically, they're only a speck better than these, and I'm quite shocked by that. I'm very disappointed. So I'm thinking of making arrows of slow falling. To be honest, I think that'd be very interesting to do, but this isn't what this video is about. We are going in. marching on back to the creation of this giant base. And one of the things that I've gotten started onto is this critter right here. This right here, though, is for the potion shop, and it's not the most important thing in the world. I'm planning to, in fact, put it in overflow and into it even, so that once this is full up, it will toss the rest of the mushrooms into making them into bone meal. But it's for the potion brewing system down below, and that's all that really is for. Aside the fact that it's going to look cool, and it's another redstone build in the base. And throwing in redstone builds into this is one of my primary things that I want to do. That's why I've got this build right here at the very top of the whole thing. These having builds in them as well, I definitely wanted those 2 towers to be functional, and why there's one honkin' huge potion brewing facility down below. Because it just makes sense. It's his research and development of the surrounding areas. It uses a lot of materials, even from this general area, although most of that is all from mobs, but whatever. It's been a lot of fun. So let's get on to finishing up that automatic mushroom farm. Then we're going to go and work on building also that redstone acquisitions shop. And then there's another thing that I'm supposed to do, which is to build a sorting system that is for Zackattackoriginal's or Xantos Skywriter, to build him a sorting system for his mining facility. So, lots to do. I'm over at Zackattackoriginal or Xantos Skywriter, as some of my older viewers might know him. I went over here. This right here is the sorting system that I made for him. It is done. Oops. I haven't put any labels on anything. I probably should label them for him. But everything in here is completed. I've got everything in here all sorted, and it's doing good. I did it in a bit of a redstone stream. The majority of it, pretty much like 95% of it, was all done during a stream. So, it is as it is. And I actually have done more than just this. May as well show you the redstone as it is down below. I'm just going to fall right down to the bottom, nearly die. I knew that I wouldn't die, but gosh, that was close. And I'm almost out of food again. Here's the redstone I've got down here. It's very simple. All it is a basic automatic dropping system. And there's something that some of you may not know. You can actually take a signal through a block from a dropper, a hopper, whatever it might be. You can actually take the signal going through one block, which I still don't understand the purpose or reason behind that. But heck, if it works, it works. All you do is you throw your items on in here, and then it immediately starts shooting them out. From there, I just thought I would put a little bit of a base around here. It's not particularly at all nice looking. I tried to give it a little bit of detail just to separate it, make a bit of a visual separation from the rest of the area here, so that they can that when Zach comes back here, he can recognize it. But that's that. It's done. So let's move on back to my base. Going back to the research base, and I really gotta say, I really like Zach's base. It has a really warm feel, like he's got like tables, and I wonder if it can. Look at that. I am sitting. So the sit mod is in fact working, which is pretty cool. But I didn't really want to focus on that. What's important is this part is done, and what I wanted to show you is this up here. Let's get myself up to the very top, and let's get myself on back to the top part of the research base. And here we are back. And you can see that I've done a lot of work. Like quite a lot of work. So I've already put glass across the whole thing, and there's some details that I've added in, such as these redstone lamps all the way along. They are not at all necessary. But I thought just seeing, like, usually it's a grouping of about 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4 will be powered up whenever one of these updates for another mushroom growing. I've also added some lighting across the entire thing so that it is all lit up. Now, because of the, what is it called, Nylium being there, that allows for the mushrooms to grow in any light level, which is perfect. That's great, and it doesn't affect how quickly it grows either. Also, I've been adding in just some changes, making it look a little bit nicer, and I was puzzling about what to use here, and I thought that what probably would look best would be black stained glass. That's what I ended up using. Down here, I may as well explain a bit of the redstone circuitry that's going on down here. I'll pop on up here, and I think I saw the minecart just go up. There you go. Okay, so it should be safe. But here it's made up of 3 different circuits. The first one, it's just waiting to see when the hopper minecart goes here. It starts spurting out the items, and when that happens, this turns off for a brief moment of time, which is just enough to make sure that the minecart goes all the way to the end, because a lot of times, if this is not unpowered, it will simply go halfway onto that last track and then zip right back on down. So that's what that circuit's all about. Comparator turns off the torch, turns this off, turns off the tracks. That is the first circuit. Now let's just show on the next one. And this one is just a straightforward item filter system. So it's got some items on in it. Doesn't matter whether or not it overflows. This method usually does overflow, but I wanted it to have as many items in there as possible. So there they are. And it's working pretty good. We've already got 5 and a bit stacks, which is great. And when that overflows, it will go into here along with all the red mushrooms, and it goes into there and turns it into bone meal. So I've got not just a automatic brown mushroom farm, I also have an automatic bone meal farm, which is very, very useful. Last circuit, number 3, a simple, once again, automatic dropping system. Just does that its usual. Whenever it sees a new piece of bone meal drop out into there, it spits it on out, goes along this little bit of tubing, goes through here, and into this. I'm really loving this. I'm thinking about going and putting in even more farms into this. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, what I'm planning to put in. I think it's going to be a lot based around necessities for this build and for future builds. So that is a thing. And it shoots all the way along here, goes along the tubing, and then here is where it ends. And I'm up to 28 so far, 1 stack and 28. And I think originally I started at 22 or 23, so it is working. It's working slowly, but it is working. And for bone meal that is completely automated, I don't have to do a darn thing with it. I think that's pretty darn cool. Yes, there is cats. There's cats floating around in my system, almost like bugs. Well, I've gotten frustrated enough in dealing with this. It's just, ooh, there's a creeper. There be a creeper. Let's just keep the bow out. This is something I've been wanting to get to, and I keep getting distracted. Other projects getting in the way, and so I feel that it is time that we finally start at this. So I'm going to be building this up to the very top there, and there is some stuff that I need to add to it, so it's not just going to be here. I also need to build up some other things as well, so that also needs to be built up, and it's going to be a bit of a front foyer or entrance into the rest of the base. So that is one of those critters that need doing. And I'd also like to get in 8 villagers that are being used as fletchers so that I can purchase arrows from them. So I'll be having them in here as well, so we'll be setting that up. Those are just things that need doing. And there's another thing that I've been really wanting to do. Let's just keep in mind that there's creepers. And I have no ammunition. Oh no. Okay, I've got some ammunition now. Now I'm kind of safe. There we go. This is the other part of the build that really needs doing, and I think that I would like to get this finished in this episode, if not at all possible. All the way through, all the way up, on the sides, and you guys may, I can't remember if I mentioned it or not, this back here I was hoping to use for a bit of a bedroom. So that also needs to be developed. So plans afoot, things to do, and places to go. Not really the places to go, but I gotta get some villagers out of there, get them on in there, and let's see how this goes. I don't even remember what I was doing in the previous video clip. I got majorly distracted with a lot of things. Here, let me show you, obviously, this giant box here. I got fed up with things shooting at me while I was in here, so I finally ended up just covering the whole thing up with a big massive box of stone. But on the inside, it's a bit thicker than I wanted it to be. Just pause just there, just let the cat speak. But the lower section, I think I'm going to keep it at that thickness. But as I go up, I think there's some divots and stuff I'll be doing on the inside. And I think it'll look good. But I was showing you in here what I was up to. And I put a roof on. And I put a bit of a wall going on here. Kind of a separator for the rooms. Because I didn't want to eat up too much space. And I think it worked out quite well. I think I might consider putting it on the outside instead of the inside. I'm not sure yet. But we'll see. Maybe I could put like gray wool down below. That would work. But I'm still playing with that. But let me give you guys a little bit of an understanding what's happening here. This is Shepard's room in the penthouse suite of Mass Effect. I don't know. I think I'm using images from Mass Effect 1. So let me explain exactly what's going on here. Coming in here, this right here, as you can see, like there's a slight pulse going through it, and I think that color works quite well as kind of like wiring going through the entire area, network cables, conduits, etc. And so that's what this all is throughout this part of the ship. I'm calling it a ship. This part of this area of this room here. And I'm thinking of continuing this idea, this pattern, and this use of design throughout the rest of this particular structure. But right in here, coming in, you can obviously see that this is a bit of an office space. Got some lighting. This is going to be a fish tank. And going on down here, you got a little bit of a sitting area. You've got another desk for working at, reading spot for your book and library and all that. Right here, there's going to be a bed. There's going to be an armor stand thing here for your armor. I think I might put as many as 3 different armor sets there. And I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm thinking of putting banners going all along across here. I think it's going to turn out pretty darn well. I'm really happy with it. It has quite the comfortable look. I was thinking of putting bookshelves in here. So I keep going back and forth. I've broken these out already a couple of times now, to be honest. Oh man. Well, it's been a little bit of a while. I spent several hours on it. I even started working on armor stand, combo, whatever the book is called. And here's the result. Oh, it has turned out very well. I got those fish. Those fish, I think they get scared of me, and whenever they're down there and I get too close to the tank, they all just rush up here and they all hug in there. And then they have entity issues where they're trying to get out. But oh well, it is as it is. But yeah, you can see where I've used it underneath there. We've got some lamps, armor stands, hanging weapons. Well, it's not working on that one, and I think it's because I made an adjustment. But I do know that this one is working. Nevertheless, got also a little bit of a clock here. Here's the actual book that is used. Statues, version 2.8. I've been really enjoying playing around with it. I'm going to fill out this entire thing also with the discs that are throughout the game. I can get 12 in there. I can't get Pig Step in there because it's just a bit too much. But I want like duplicates of them all. So them in there, and also a bunch in here for playing. So there'll be probably a few more things that I'm going to add into here. I especially need to figure out what I'm going to do with this backdrop here. I was thinking of a very large window. So that's also what I was thinking there for that plan. But in so doing, I realized something that I really need to do. You see this right here? I'm going to ignore this for a little bit. And instead, I'm going to focus on finishing this structure right here. This badly needs to be finished. So before I can start on this massive structure, let's try to get this little critter done first, eh? Well, I've been discovering something that is not good. Just going through my farm here, and you got a blank spot, and you got a hole. You can see right there, it has been pulled in. And I have noticed this a couple of times. I thought it was a fluke, and it is definitely not a fluke. So let's just go and grab some mushrooms, and let me show you exactly what is happening and what we're going to do about it. So let's use this section right here as an example. We'll just break away this glass, and hopefully I can get down there before... Good. Okay. That hopper minecart is very particular about getting over here quickly enough. So if I pop this down, you'll notice that there's going to be a bunch that fire. You see that? You didn't just have one, you had multiple that fired. Once again. And I think what's happening is sometimes the chunks are getting lazy, and because this is one's hard powered, these are being soft powered, it's resulting in a hiccup that's happening on occasion. So to fix this, first off, I need to throw down a block, any block, don't matter what block, just to fix this problem. Oh, that's not gonna work. That's just not gonna work. Okay, well, I'll get that part figured out. In the meantime, this section right here, I got to dig out all of those redstone lamps, and I'm going to be replacing them. At least for the moment, we're going to replace it with glowstone and see how it looks. And the reason why we're going to be using glowstone is because it's not considered a solid block, the same way that these are. And I was hoping to use like what are they called? Shroom lights. But I found out those are also considered solid blocks. I don't think the sea lanterns are considered solid blocks, but it's not really the color palette that I was hoping for this little area here. So let's just figure this out, get it sorted, and then we're going to move back on to working on the lower half of this research base. Well, I didn't get as much as I would like to have gotten done in this episode, but it's literally all that can be fit in. So I'm going to give you guys wow, the heck did you get up here? Okay. I don't know how we got up here. Oh well. Let me give you guys an idea of what I've gotten done so far, and an idea of what I'm planning to do with this. I'm thinking I'm going to fill that in right there for now. I was trying to make kind of a line because there is kind of a gap between certain areas. And I'm not absolutely sure how I'm going to mimic that, or if it's able to be mimicked in the first place. I might have to use maybe a depth perception instead of a line to do that, to show different plating. Anyways, the entire thing at first is going to be covered in an entire layer of the concrete, the white concrete. And then from there, I'm going to be moving on to adding in all the detail. And that'll involve bulking up some of these areas. We won't be having this just straight down flush cut down line thing here on the side. It looks terrible, and it will not remain like that. And that will also, once I get this done, I can finally get this platform developed and pushed out. And that's something that I've had here just sitting there for a very long time. So here's hoping that I can get that done sooner rather than later. Guys, this has been so much fun working on this episode. I've gotten so much done in this short period of time. This has only been like, what, barely 2 weeks for me. And this episode is actually going up on time for once, and it's stuff that I've recorded for these 2 weeks for this episode. That's a rarity. I usually have it like way in advance recorded, all pre-recorded, and it's not. So if you guys like the video, please do leave a like, and if you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. I'll see you guys all in another video. Bye!